All right, folks, we are live. We're getting ready to have Chillman on here. I'm watching this Georgia game, and minute 4, and man, Kentucky they've had their opportunities. I don't know how this is going to play out. They just had a penalty on Georgia. It looks like they can probably run the clock out, but we'll see. What's up, Chillmont? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you, John.
Okay.
Let me turn my TV down here.
It'll mess you up otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia's looks like they can. I think they can run the clock out. Well, it's 3rd and 8. Well, Kentucky's out of timeout, so
that's unbelievable. The game's almost over. It's 13-12.
I know. I had a bad feeling they went to that 13-12. I was like, oh crap.
I thought they'd win by 30 points easy.
Oh yeah, I thought they'd win by 40.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky showed up, and Georgia's defense keeps them in the game. So
yeah,
that's why they never hardly lose, because nobody can score on them.
So, you saw Texas, their quarterback went out, and they brought in Arch Manning, and he did great.
Yeah, Arch is a guy that's ready to go, honestly. He could have gone anywhere he wanted. He just decided to stay there.
Yeah.
I wonder, is Quinn Ewers, was he hurt? You said might be a rib.
He came out. I just saw it briefly, and he came out. He was not in uniform or anything, and he lifted up his shirt and was doing something with his ribs, showing somebody. And so I'm assuming he got hit in the ribs. I don't know if that's true or not, but he got knocked out of the game, and they brought in Manning, and he hadn't been back in. He didn't go back in.
30-some-odd seconds. All Georgia's got to do is pretty much, well, it's 4th and 4. They're going to try to stretch this out another 10 seconds. They can, Kentucky's not going to have hardly any time left, regardless how this plays out. They'll call a timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to leave Kentucky with no time.
But that's just crazy.
I almost wonder if they shouldn't punt this, but then that takes into the consideration of a bad hike. You know, you might snap it over the head or something crazy. So they'll probably just do a run and play or something.
Yeah.
And that'll leave Kentucky with like 10 seconds. Kentucky's just got to get in within field goal range, though. They need like a 30-yard pass.
Yeah, that's it. They should 4th and 4. Yeah, I think you got to punt it here.
Did you get to watch? How much of the Tennessee game did you get to watch?
I watched most of it, but not all. It was such a cakewalk. Once they took out Nico before the half was even over, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen such scoring in my life. That was just insane. I mean, it was.
Well, we have to temper that because this team, Kent State, was terrible.
Yeah,
they lost. Yeah, they lost to like literally little sisters of the poor last week, and they can't throw it and they can't run. But other than that,
they were no good.
Other than that, they're good, but they were terrible. That was like, I mean, we might as well have been playing Furman or somebody. But
no, Furman's not that bad.
No, Furman would probably give us a better game. But man, how good does Nico look with his accuracy and his poise in the pocket?
Yeah. Balls by 50.
Yeah.
It was more than 50.
That huge strike he threw to, I can't remember the guy's name. It was a different receiver, but it was dead in stride. Hit him on like the 3-yard line, and it was like a 35-yard pass or 40-yard pass.
Passing it's so good. It's ridiculous.
That one guy coming across the middle, and if you could see it from his view, there were guys everywhere, and he hit him dead in stride too. And it was an NFL throw.
Yeah, big time NFL throw.
He looked so good in our defense. I don't know how good we are, but man, we look good.
All right, so they just did a delay of game. So they're going to punt. I think they're going to punt. Jeez, are they going to punt? Yeah, they're going to punt it. Man, how'd you like to hike that ball? You better hit him square in his hands. Because what was it? Kent State, they just kept hiking it over their quarterback's head.
Somebody texted me. Somebody texted me that their center was a UT player of the game.
Oh no.
I know it's terrible.
Yeah,
But
that was.
poor guy. I mean, you felt sorry for him after a while. It was so bad. But man, we look good. I mean, we're taking care of business big time.
Sure we
Hopefully we can do it next week. If we go up and play half that well next week, I think we win comfortably.
Yeah. I think that went into the end zone, so they're going to get it on the 20.
Oh.
With 9 seconds left. So they're going to be able to throw one time. Oh, man. Yeah, they got it. They need at least a 30, 40-yard pass here. And they don't have a timeout, but it'll automatically – you may have to go out of bounds.
Yeah. Georgia's going to pull this out, but, man, I can't believe
– you got to have 2 seconds left to spike a football.
Yeah.
So this is going to be really – I don't think they can do it.
I don't think he can throw a long pass.
He's got to go out of bounds. So what he needs here is a long pass with the guy going out of bounds after he catches it.
Yeah, with 1 foot in bounds, and that's it. And then they got one more shot.
Yeah, at least it didn't go out on the 5.
I don't know if you could. I mean, they're down on the 25. I don't know if they can get to even if they hit almost a Hail Mary. I don't know if they can get in field goal range.
They could, but the problem is you only got 9 seconds left, 10 seconds. That helps. That 1 second makes a difference.
They don't have any timeouts either.
Well, that's okay, because if you get a first down, you get a timeout.
Yeah.
And as long as there's 3 seconds left, but the problem is as soon as they put it down, yeah, they got to get out of bounds. Or you could, they got to get out of bounds. That's all they can do. Maybe get a 20 or 30-yard pass and then throw a Hail Mary. Would be
Bambi was excited about the win today.
Oh, I'm sure. The old Bambi.
She's all keyed up.
All right, here we go. Throw it, dude. Oh, don't get sacked. 2 seconds, you can't do anything. You don't have a timeout. And you can't spike it, and you can't hike it. There's 2 seconds left, though. There should be 2 seconds.
He didn't get out of bounds, though.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, but as soon as you get a first down and you go down, it's supposed to stop.
Are they going to put another second or 2 back on the clock?
They should put 2 on there. Look, they may be able to do a Hail Mary here. As soon as he puts it down, you've got to snap it. A second, snap it. You can't spike it. You've got to have more than 2 seconds, I think. Jeez. Let's see what they're saying. Man, it gets tricky here at the end.
I know. It always takes forever.
About 10 more seconds, they'd have a shot at this. Yeah, you're right. You could have a penalty, but that only gets you 15 yards. Well, then you could do a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was time on the clock. There was a full 2 seconds.
So what is it? Who took a timeout? Georgia?
The refs did.
For
some
what
reason? I guess they're looking back at it to see what happened. Because usually the second you put the ball down after a first down, doesn't the clock? Well, you know what? Inside 2 minutes, it may not.
Yeah.
So inside 2 minutes. Jeez.
But man, Kentucky's getting an extra timeout here.
Well, yeah, basically. Yeah, they could. There's 3 seconds, so he could spike this if he wanted to. I don't think he's going to spike it. He's going to spike it. That's what Stoops is telling him to do. Although this would be great if he tricked him. Yeah, he can.
Yeah, he's telling him to spike it, isn't he?
Well, he can because he's got 3 seconds, and that'll take it down to 1 second because they technically take 2 seconds on a spike, supposedly.
Yeah. I think it was a good game.
So they're going to throw a Hail Mary from the 32-yard line. Oh.
Was it South Carolina, LSU?
The only thing that you either got to throw a touchdown here or a pass interference, and then you get 15 yards, and then you throw another Hail Mary.
Yeah. Either way, it's Hail Mary time.
Now, what is the purpose of throwing it 8 yards? What did that do for you? Just throw the damn thing up. You got to throw it up. What are you doing? That was the weirdest pass. I mean, that just ended it for sure, no matter what you did. I don't know what he was thinking. Oh, well.
They didn't even try for anywhere near the end
No,
zone.
he threw it 8 yards.
That was stupid.
Unless he was planning on having a running back run up there and him pitch it to him, which I've seen people do. Maybe that's what the play was.
Good Lord.
Oh, well.
That was kind of womp, womp, womp.
Yeah. Well, you just, gosh, you kind of had a feeling, hook and ladder. Yeah, hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
but
what
man, they played them tough. That's amazing. That game was that close.
Man. Yeah, they kept it in there. I got to give them credit for that. Man, so hard to beat. It's so hard to beat Georgia because of that defense. I mean, that's just a perfect example. Their offense was terrible. Kentucky played well, but you can't score on them. You can't get a touchdown.
No, they're too good.
4 field goals.
That's their insurance. When their offense doesn't play good, their defense carries them.
Yeah. Did you see the Florida game?
I didn't get to watch a lot of that because I was we were watching some other games too. But yeah, I felt real bad for Florida.
I've got the highlights of it. Here you go. You want to see them?
Okay.
Quit hitting yourself! Quit hitting yourself! Quit hitting yourself! Oh, water tastes good, yes. Glub.
That's pretty much every game they play right now. They're 1-2. They've lost badly too. Miami and Texas A&M just whooped them up. Something awful.
And South Carolina lost.
And they played a good game. They were up 17-0 on LSU in the first quarter.
LSU should have won that game 2 touchdowns. LSU blew so many opportunities. They should have won that touchdowns.
LSU can't run the ball at all. They couldn't get a yard.
They can't. All they can do is throw it.
They needed 1 yard. They couldn't do it.
I know it. They would run it straight up the middle, and they could not do it. I was sitting there. Why do they not throw the dang ball? But anyway, I have other reasons for not liking South Carolina.
Me too.
As you know, and any new news on that front? Anyway, just
which one?
South Carolina.
Oh, well, I did that video yesterday.
Yeah. I didn't know if there's anything else coming out, but
well, I mean, not over a weekend. You won't see that over a weekend.
Yeah,
it's going to be a little while before we find out any more information. Here's what. Let's take a look at Nico.
Okay.
He was 10 for 16, 173, 1 touchdown. Gaston had 2 touchdowns. Good for him. We had 1,000,000 yards, 1,000,007 yards. They had 100 yards total. It was just so bad. This is the most one-sided thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen us dominate anybody like that in a long time.
No, that's crazy.
I mean, we literally could have scored 150 points.
Yep, Tennessee's feeling pretty good right now. I've got a pretty good idea how they're feeling right now.
Well, you just never know when another beast might come down out of the forest. You understand, don't you, Thumb Lou? This is what we call the deadly game. I'm in it for keeps.
Oh man, Barney never.
What is it about that? What is it about that music that makes that
it's
so
the greatest
good?
music in the world. It's hilarious. It's just amazing.
It's just perfect.
Yeah, that's a great clip. That's amazing. I love it.
But you know, the Oklahoma, they struggled. I mean, they didn't win big today. So we'll find out. We'll find out where
they'll be very worried.
Yes.
Very worried because we may show up to Oklahoma and do a little bit of
Roadhouse.
We may roadhouse that situation.
I hope so.
I feel great about the game coming up next week. We may not win, but boy, I feel way better than Oklahoma does.
Yeah, they've got to be their defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator are both having nightmares.
Yeah.
Because dealing with our defense and then our sick offense, we're a nightmare scenario for a lot of teams.
Absolutely.
And
they fired Heupel because his offense sucked.
Oh yeah,
Get rid of him because he was terrible at offense.
Wrong. Yeah. Thank good. Oh, it was gimmicky. I'm
so glad they fired. I've never been so happy of a firing in my life.
Oh no, and I love our gimmick offense. It's so gimmicky and so wonderful.
Well, I mean, Oklahoma told Josh Heupel to
just walk away.
And he did all the way to he went to Missouri first, then UCF, and then Tennessee.
Yeah, wasn't there a TV show, Humongous Knows Best?
Yes, there should have been.
Just walk away. Okay. But no, that's. I mean, what do you do when you look at our film to try to prepare for us? I mean, you're like, what? We can't. Nobody can stop this.
The only team's been able to stop us is Georgia, and what they do is put 5 stars at every position, and they have the greatest safeties and cornerbacks, and they just go one-on-one with us, and they're so good that they've been able to stop us. That's the only team that's really hurt us.
Well, they have NFL safeties and defensive backs,
that's the strength of their team is the
and they turn and look for the ball.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, we're going to give them some trouble this year. We're going to give them some trouble. God, I wish it was at Neyland instead of down there between between the hedges.
Oh, I know it.
That's going to be tough, but it could be an amazing game. It could be like a big time game.
What the big game?
See, I was rooting for Kentucky to win, but if we were to beat Georgia by some chance, and we'll have a 30% chance of beating them, I think it is what Vegas has got us at.
Yeah,
to beat the number 1 team undefeated would be huge. Although Georgia's got a tough schedule this year, they may not go undefeated. They didn't look so good tonight.
No, they struggled tonight, and their offense definitely struggled. And Kentucky was supposed to be a decent team this year. The fact that they got whooped last week was kind of weird, but man, they played good today.
Yeah,
against the number 1 team and the best talent team in the country.
I'm wondering if Georgia showed up tonight thinking all they had to do was just roll the football out there, and because that's what I thought they had to do. I just thought if they showed up, Kentucky would just say, well, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, it must have been a case of overlooking them, thinking they'd whip them up, which everybody thought they would.
Yeah,
I mean, whoever bet on Georgia's, has tears in their beer tonight because they didn't get close to beating the spread.
Yeah, Texas will be number 1 after tonight. That'll hurt Georgia a little bit.
Yeah.
They'll probably go to number 2.
Yeah, definitely. And who else? Was there anybody else in the top?
Let me pull up the scores here, Chilmont.
Okay.
Because that's what I meant to do. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. We'll take a look, see it, everybody. Georgia, of course, won by a point. We barely skated by Kent State right there, 71-0. Let's see.
What was the Florida game final?
I'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
Alabama whooped up on Wisconsin. Ole Miss whooped up on Wake Forest. Missouri barely got by Boston College.
That was an interesting game, yeah.
That was close. Oregon beat Oregon State. Miami's for real, man. Watch out for Miami. That quarterback, and they're loaded with talented guys. This could be their year to be dangerous. I think they'll win the ACC if, barring injuries.
What are they currently ranked?
Tulane got whooped by, I didn't get whooped by too much. 34-19 by Oklahoma. Then, of course, LSU beat South Carolina.
That was a closer game for a while.
Yeah, Michigan beat Arkansas. Michigan only won by 10 over Arkansas State. Wait a minute. Isn't that Butch Jones?
No, it is.
Isn't he? I think that's Butch Jones, Wilmot.
Is he Arkansas State?
If he'll beat Michigan,
Oh,
yes,
my God.
I'm pretty sure he is. Notre Dame whooped up on Purdue, and then Nebraska beat Northern Iowa, blah, 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 blah.
I thought he was like Kentucky State or something like that, wasn't he?
No, I think Arkansas State.
Okay.
Somebody can correct us in there. Somebody will know. Don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure that's our boy little too high next weekend. Yeah, you're right. We'll know a lot more after next week. But we kind of thought that with NC State too. We'll see. Look, you got to, the ball's got to bounce your way. I mean, anything can happen. But I feel fantastic going into that game. I really do.
Did we have a punt?
Do what?
Did we have a punt? We didn't have a punt.
I don't know that we ever punted. I doubt it. I don't think we did.
Yeah. Which is another crazy stat.
We kicked 2 or 3 field goals. And of course we had that but gosh, they gave us a lot of points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia's worst first half drive in 15 years. I believe that. It was terrible, Colton. Terrible argument. That was not good. Yeah, Butch Jones, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Butch's team. Right there, Nugs said it best. Then Moronic had it. Yeah, here we go.
Arkansas State, brick by brick.
Yeah, Kevin, I know he knows. Arkansas. Yeah, it's Butch Jones.
Yeah.
Butchie.
Wow, that'd have been a feather in his cap to beat Michigan.
Oh man, you want to talk about brick by brick?
Yeah.
I would have done a show all about it. I would have. I'd have had fun with that. No diggity, no doubt.
Yeah, they've got those 5-star hearts.
Absolutely. Oh man, we got almost 600 people in here.
Oh, nice.
That's a bunch. Especially, I mean, this wasn't a game that anybody was worried about.
Yeah.
Let's see. Miami's ranked 10th. They're a top 10 team easy. No doubt.
Yeah. I think you'll see Miami should jump. What do they rank now?
Wilmot, you probably saw my reenactment of a Florida fan. I did my reenactment. I'll do it for you. First, you got to have participation trophy in your little gremlin hat. And then, of course, you got to be talking to Lane Kiffin. You'll have to watch it on the earlier one. I'm not in the mood to do it right now. But I had so much fun with Florida.
I haven't seen
the trophy.
I hadn't had a chance to watch your earlier video yet, so I'll go back and look at it.
Yeah, it was classic.
Lord, where'd you get that Florida hat?
I bought that a while back. I needed it because I was doing some skits and stuff.
Oh.
And I was just, that was when I first started the channel, and I was like trying to figure out what to do.
Okay.
And the trophy I pulled out of a box. But I had them calling Lane Kiffin and all kinds. Of course, they're begging Lane Kiffin. They want to hire Lane Kiffin today.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, yeah, boy. Everybody gets mad when I put on that hat. But if you watch my earlier halftime thing, you'll get a kick out of it.
I'll go back and look at it.
It's a big time transparent, Kevin. All right. Let's see. Chillmont, we've been on probably long enough, but I'm going to end this with something strong. You want to end with Barney?
Yeah.
All right. Let's end with Barney.
Yeah.
You just never know when another beast might come down out of the forest. You understand, don't you, Thumbaloo? This is what we call the deadly game. I'm in it for keeps.
That's the perfect way to end. Things are going well, folks. Things are going well.
It's good to be a ball. It's great to be a ball.
After, man, it's late. That gum, man, these late games. Although I kind of like them. All right, folks. We'll catch you next time on Sports Talk Jay. Thanks for showing up. We'll see you later. And everybody feel bad for Florida. They're struggling.
Yeah, I do.
They're hurting over here, Linda. Florida's hurting. You know better to talk to him when he's hurting like that.
Some
of y'all will get that. Some of y'all will understand that.